final analysis, Paladin versus Nuckledu. This is what is still missing. So far, we've actually looked at Paladin versus Naji. Even the match against Idom, which was not shown on stream. Obviously the match against Punk, and now the final one for Paladin. The brutal knockdown by Nuckledu. Let's see how this is actually going to go, because I think this set demonstrated the issues that Ryu faces. At the end of the day, Ryu really struggles against certain characters, and I think you could really see that in this match. So let's take a look. See, like, effectively Guile, like Nuckledu is forcing a gameplay that requires Paladin to take a risk with a jump in. That's effectively the entire matchup, okay? So every single time you're gonna see this situation right here. If Paladin misses the perfect parry, which you cannot consistently get, because from this range you cannot react to whether it's a light or a heavy, so you're not gonna get it. And every single time this happens, Guile gets a free drive rush in, okay? This is only one bar for Guile. Like, really, keep in mind what's going on here. This is a really good situation for Guile. He doesn't have to do any work effectively, and he gets this. The only answer is, gets a jump in. See that? Once again, drive rush in, miss the perfect parry. Well, I guess you're gonna die. And if he does get close, like, check this out. If he does get close, who's actually controlling this match? Let's take a look at this. So this space is controlled entirely by Guile. Guile owns this space right here. Honestly, like, Paladin got really lucky to even get the side switch there. That was actually huge for him. But it still wasn't good enough. And funnily enough, like, Nuckledu is not even going for any kind of damage. He's just trying to damage the drive gauge, because he knows the win condition for Paladin is gonna be to have drive gauge to do some, like, high damage combo later on. If he damages the drive gauge as much as possible and gains this kind of space, then he's winning. Like, not even necessary to do damage. Just go back to neutral. See, like just from playing like that, Paladin is about to get burned out. Paladin has not used any of his drive gauge, and he's about to get burned out. He jumped in once, got anti-aired. Took a major risk there just to get Guile off of him. And now he's gonna get chipped, because he actually cannot keep up. This was just a lucky guess right there, right? Like, really, keep that in mind. And right there, what do? Well, you get chipped. That's what you do. Like, Paladin actually got lucky in this round quite a lot, and he still wasn't even close to winning. This is a nice sequence right there from Paladin, like this right here. You know, this is what you need to do. In key areas, go in a gutsy fashion and apply some pressure. And like, take a look at that. Take a look at how much space Nuckledu controls here. Nuckledu controls so much space that he knows after that fireball, Paladin cannot press a button because he knows the sonic boom is coming. So either a jump in is going to happen, or nothing is going to happen. So he just walks in and grabs him. This is such a tough spot to be in right there. And right there, bam. Fortunately, Paladin knows exactly how to deal with the situation. He did a ton of damage, and he's taking his time to push his opponent to the corner. This was the optimal conversion right here, because now he's in a prime spot to take the round and kept a little bit of his meter. Very important. Could have comboed there technically, but I don't blame him. Like, it wasn't a safe way to combo there. He needed to do light kick, If he had done a light kick after light punch blocked, he could have been interrupted, so he didn't want to go for that. And all of a sudden, take a look at that. Like, Paladin was in a great spot, and all of a sudden it looks like he's going to be losing, right? This is the truth in this matchup. Like, even when you're doing so well, it's so easy for Guile to just take back the advantage. That was very, very lucky from Paladin to even get the round. He dropped that fireball, got an EP. Free pressure for Nuckledu. Pay attention to the drive meter. Nuckledu at this point has done a drive rush cancel, right? Like, we're 13 seconds in. Let's go back, just so you see it again, okay? So here, Nuckledu spends 3 bars on a drive rush cancel. Paladin at that point has not spent any meter. Okay, he's not spent anything. And for some reason, they're equal in terms of drive gauge. And Nuckledu has the better positioning now. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about this match, okay? Like, you really got to pay attention to the details. Like, how is Ryu winning this match? Or how is Guile winning this match? If you take a look at this, you'll notice that, like, no matter how you look at it, Ryu is the one being pushed back continuously while losing drive gauge, while Guile is actually able to utilize drive rush cancels without any downside. They're both equal. It's just that Nuckledu has a much higher probability to do damage and to utilize his drive gauge. Paladin is the one who's just constantly trying to defend. So Paladin got one moment in. How did he get that, by the way? He got it because he happened to get a good read one time, and this was risky, by the way. That was a risky get in. Like, Nuckledu was just being patient here. And now they're gonna go back to the same gameplay. This is such a brutal matchup. And this was only the first game, you know? And it feels like Guile is just in total control here. Who's better, Ending or Paladin? It's impossible to say. They have different opponents. They're probably on the same level. We'll have to see eventually. Is this a 7-3? Not sure, but it's definitely not a good match. It's definitely not a good matchup. Like, I just don't see what Nuckledu or what Paladin could be doing better. Like, just check this out, how much meter he's using just to keep up. Like, the situation, the classic one. Regular parry into drive rush for Nuckledu, and just in order to deny Nuckledu the pressure, he's using 2 bars. Like, take a look at that. He's less than halfway through his drive gauge because he used 2 bars, okay? And now he has to use even more bar to pressure Nuckledu. And now he's just dead. Because now he doesn't have any of his bar anymore. Nuckledu is fully stocked, fully loaded. And right now Paladin has to guess a jump in, just like he did right there. He has to take major gambles once again. And take a look at Nuckledu, very comfortable. Like Paladin even got the perfect parry on that, but not on the second. In this situation, you have to double perfect parry in order to deny the advantage. I truly believe there's nothing like Paladin can do here. Like, what is he supposed to do? Guile just owns this space. You have to be lucky with the jump in. Wait, how do you double perfect parry? You have to manually time both parries. Like, you have to tap parry twice in a row at the perfect time. Oh, Sonic Blade, right, my bad, Sonic Blade. Yeah, those rounds are hard. Like, take a look at that. 10 seconds in, and like finally Paladin is getting a punish on those drive rushes. But honestly, this is only because Nuckledu was being greedy right here. Actually, like, take a look at this. Yeah, Nuckledu was just being greedy. If he had done a button early on, he could have hit Paladin out of it. So this was lucky once again. Like, in an advantageous situation, Nuckledu happened to lose. This is how he got the Tatsu. Okay, slight advantage now, Paladin. Let's see how much you can make out of this. I really like the fact that Paladin can do super there, but it's just not effective enough. He has the drive gauge, but like, take a look at that. Take a look at how early, like, Nuckledu built all the drive gauge back. Once again, another situation where Paladin got out of the situation against Guile because of sheer luck. He happened to guess right in a bad situation. Okay, so right now, it's definitely Paladin's advantage. So let's see if it's gonna go bad or not. Take a look, let's go back, okay? In this spot, take a look at this. In this spot, Paladin has more than 4 bars, and Nuckledu has approximately 1 bar, 1.5, right? Significant advantage to Paladin. Let's take a look at the counter. How many seconds does it actually take for Nuckledu to get back to the same bar as Paladin? Okay, so at this point, 6 seconds afterwards, Paladin is approximately at the same bar, okay? 4 bars. He built like half a bar, right? And Nuckledu at the same time built almost 2 bars, okay? I think this is a great moment to see what's actually going on. Nuckledu is constantly building bar, and Paladin is struggling, even in a situation where he has the advantage, to get anything going. This is quite interesting. Oh, take a look at that. I needed to wait until this flash, this sonic boom connected. So 6 seconds in, and a 3-bar advantage from Paladin melted away. Now they're basically even, right? Isn't that insane? 6 seconds. It took 6 seconds. And it wasn't like some crazy read that Nuckledu used. He just started playing the matchup like regular again. And now he spent a bar. You see, this is why he can afford to constantly just spend bars on this. And that's it. See how that's gonna go? Even if he didn't get the jump in here, he still had the advantage. Even if he didn't get the bar, like the jump in, he was going to recover from the burnout earlier than Paladin. Crazy. Absolutely insane. The meter that you're having to deal with as Paladin versus Nuckledu is just... it's crazy. Like I'm trying to understand, okay, what could have Paladin possibly done? Where did he go wrong? And the only conclusion that I have is, well, he needed to be luckier on jump-ins, and he needed to go for more jump-ins. And that's bad in a match. If you feel like you needed to jump more in order to win, then that's kind of bad. Like, once again, take a look at this. See? This is a situation that was completely for free, and nothing Paladin can do, and you have to take the gamble here. You just have to take the gamble. Couldn't have avoided it. Crazy. That was a good jump, by the way. This was a good sequence by Paladin. Perfect parry into a jump. Only problem is the Sonic Blade actually made the jump in not like punishable. And the cool thing here, take a look at this. After this fireball, the crouching medium punch. Oh no, never mind. He got clipped there. But Nuckledu is being greedy here, and now he's gonna get punished. Okay, so Paladin found a good moment to get a button in like this, but take a look at this. Like, he still doesn't have the life lead, and he's desperately needing some drive gauge here. And once again, see that? Paladin knew, okay, Guile's gonna control the space here, I can't afford to press buttons. Nuckledu just came up for the throw instead. Okay, as long as you know what's going on in the matchup, it's just so tough to avoid this. This is like such a bad match. Yeah, Tatsu is an option. Like, you do the Tatsu, and you instantly decide who's gonna win that match on that Tatsu. Okay? If Guile does a Sonic Boom, then you get 10% damage, and you don't get Oki afterwards, and then Guile controls the space again. And if Guile doesn't do a Sonic Boom, then you lose 50% of your life. Yeah, I mean, you can Tatsu, sure. That's a good decision, you know? If you want to speed up the match, you can Tatsu, for sure. See, like, how desperate. By the way, the idea behind this drive impact right here is he was hoping there was going to be an upside down kick, okay? Something like that. He was hoping upside down kick, some big button that he can, or a forward hard kick, so he can get the drive impact, because he's desperate in that spot. He needs something. But instead, the drive rush was coming, which, by the way, is always a good option for Guile against Ryu. And yeah, that happens to always mess with you. This super is only here to burn the drive gauge of Paladin. This is an excellent spot for Nuckledu, and honestly, not a whole lot that you can do here. Let's check why Paladin got hit here. He was trying to parry this, right? No, he jumped. Oh, he was trying to jump. Just check this out. Like, Jesus Christ, what are you supposed to do? What are you even supposed to do there? I kind of wish to look at this replay and have some kind of like end on a positive note for the Ryu players, okay? But I just can't help but say you're just constantly in a bad spot. Well, like, whatever you do, you're in a bad spot. And that's sad. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube as an upload, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this matchup? Is this matchup single-handedly gonna make, or is making, Ryu unviable? What about other matchups? I think the Guile matchup in particular is quite rough. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this. GG's to Paladin, by the way, for like getting so far into a stacked tournament, you know, and beating Punk, beating IDOM. Paladin, absolutely phenomenal play right there. But against Nuckledu, it just looked so hopeless. Actually makes me sad, you know. I kind of wished it would have been differently, but like the way this looks, I can't help but feel right about saying that Ryu, he's just really lacking in some matchups.